the village of Berezivka in the Donetsk region, marking a significant advance in their ongoing offensive. Benjamin Wright reports,
This offensive has been costly for Russia in terms of troops and equipment.
a Moscow court has ordered the 30-day pretrial detention of U.S. citizen Caleb Wayne Byers on drug smuggling charges. Joseph Eckerson with the latest.
If convicted, the 28-year-old American could face up to 7 years in prison under Russian law.
In a recent development, 3 Venezuelan immigrants were deported from El Paso, Texas, back to Venezuela after obtaining a restraining order against their transfer to Guantanamo Bay. The White House has barred another Associated Press reporter and photographer from boarding Air Force One, escalating a dispute over the terminology used for the Gulf of Mexico.
Journalists argue that this action violates First Amendment rights, while the Trump administration defends its decision. Jim Kender reporting.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host or guest and should not be interpreted as statement of
the whole
fact.
damn thing.
Independent fact-checking and corrections are encouraged.
Can we get a cup of coffee in here, please?
Different opening. Different show. Oh. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know.
Damn good coffee. And hot.
Well, I didn't know.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with the Dog. You make me laugh.
No. I forgot to, obviously, up to a wonderful start here. I forgot to push a couple of buttons. Yeah. No. What's going on over there? All right, I'm going to Good morning, you people. You people. Today is President's Day, but I've decided to change the name officially to Dictator's Day. I expect the United Press to go along with it. I expect Google to go along with it. Bing, bing, they go along with it. Dictator's Day, in honor of our great Führer, Donald Trump. And we're going to make a national holiday out of him, out of his birthday, which, here's a weird thing. There's actually a bill to make Trump's birthday a federal holiday. It already is. Don't tell anybody that. I think I'm pretty sure this is true. He's born on Flag Day, June 14th. It's not like a paid holiday, but it is a federally recognized holiday, Flag Day. Now you could just take the L out, and it would be celebrating him. Anyway, that's terrible. I'm sorry. I'll just leave. I did not want to do a show today because we don't have a guest. Not because we don't have a guest, but we don't have a guest. And I thought, well, it's the day off. We're allowed to take a day off like everybody else, right? Listen, everybody knows. It's everybody. Everybody who knows me, which is about 7 people. Everybody who knows me knows I can be a dick at times. And I say can be a dick at times rather than saying am a dick. Because that would mean I'm in perpetual state of dickiness. And I'm not in perpetual state of dickiness. I'm a dick sometimes. So here's the deal. I have to change my ways. How are you? How else can I ask you something? What's going on? How else can you ask me something? No, I didn't. I don't. I'm not interested in artwork. That you are in artwork. Oh, I just wanted to know that you are interested in artwork. Hope you don't mind me asking. No, I'm not interested in artwork. I'm sorry. Uh, Good to hear that you're interested in artwork. No, I'm not. I'm not interested in artwork. What the hell's going on over here? I'm lost now. Um, Boy, we started insanity over there. Jesus, I was talking about me being a dick online. Lately, and I think Trumpers have done this to me. Honestly, I do. I'm just so frustrated. I'm not using this as an excuse. I'm just an explanation. Excuse explanation. Go back to the first church 107 years ago. Um, I'm just so fucking angry at the refusal to see one reality, a sphere called Earth that we live on, not a flat Earth. Here's what happened yesterday morning. By the way, these gummies take 3.5 hours to hit you. Pink lemonade, 1,000 milligram, whatever. So I took one of those. Uh-oh, something's going on over there. Anyway, so I'm in a discussion. Liberty DeVito, drummer for a Billy Joel band, is a very hardcore anti-Trumper. But a lot of people who follow him are hardcore Trumpers. And they give him shit. And there were a bunch of people giving him shit. And I just, you know what, I can't take them anymore. They still believe in all the lies. All the lies. The kids were going to school, getting sex change operations. Haitians were eating dogs and cats. Yeah, find me a Haitian chowing down on a German Shepherd, and then let's talk. But the earth is flat. I mean, all of it. So I had to just kind of what I do, and unfortunately, this is what I do, and it needs to change. I jump right to your mother's a skank whore, and he's used words like cunt. I really shouldn't, especially towards women. Just overuse that word. It does lose its power after a while. But I jump right to that. DEFCON 5. You're a worthless, you're wasted sperm. Whatever. I say vulgar things. And I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be. So there was this, this guy, these people were arguing with Liberty DeVito, and I pointed out that all their mistakes. And then they come back with a meme about the Republican, about where it went wrong for the Democrats. And it said pedo islands and all. Like, pedo islands, you're talking about Epstein Island. That's Trump's best friend. And Epstein described Trump as his best friend, and then described in another time how Trump watched him bang his old lady Melania when they first met. Epstein was on top of Melania. This is what he's explaining, or Epstein's explaining the story, because his best friend Donald. Anyway, so the guy comes back. He says, "I'm a total loon. That never happened. Epstein never said Trump was his best friend." So I go and show him the tapes. There's 2 tapes that Michael Wolff got. One is a videotape where you actually see him saying he was banging Melania, and Trump was watching, and they were best friends, and he went to the island all these times. So I was fired up about that. And then I go on Twitter, and I see this person who is seemingly, and maybe this is where I got it wrong. And I could have got it wrong. I could not got it wrong. Sorry, this is taking so long because I'm just fuzzy here. It seems she was defending Elon Musk's just raping of the federal government. And she was saying that these allegations that Elon Musk has a 13th baby with a 4th baby mama are just a distraction. And you're defending Musk now. You're like one of these Trumper idiots. I can't stand you. I just shut up. So I jumped right to the dumb cunt. I called her a dumb cunt. And then I said, why this distraction you're talking about, it's not a Democratic operative. It's a far right wing blogger who is his 4th baby mama who publicized this thing. It wasn't the Democratic Party that publicized this thing. It's not like an attack on Elon, but I could have got it wrong. I could have read her position wrong, but I was assuming she was a far right winger herself. So I called her a dumb cunt. Then she came back and said, do you even have one functioning brain cell? And at that point I should have said no or just let it go. But I said yes, and then I called her a dumb cunt again. And then upon further reading, I'm like, I'm not even sure this person's like a far right winger, and I'm not even sure she meant to say what I thought she was saying. And obviously, or maybe not so obviously, she's a semi-famous person or something. She's got like and I can't even tell you her name, to be honest with you. I can't tell you her name. But then later on my Instagram page, some guy who was under one of the clips of this show saying, this is the clown that called so-and-so. And again, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. A CV space NT multiple times on Instagram. And I'm like, no, I did not call her a CV space NT. I called her a cunt. I called her a dumb cunt twice, not multiple times. You dumb cunt. And then I'm like regretting. I don't want to be this person who just called everybody a dumb cunt. Or, say your mother's a skank whore. But MAGA did this to me with their, how many times do you need to hear the Epstein tapes to know that they're true? They're real. They've been verified. Anyway, the dictator wants his birthday to be a federal holiday. He wants to pull out of NATO. And he's preparing us all for martial law by saying that if he's doing something to save the country, it's not against the law, which back on July 1st of last year, the Supreme Court basically backed him on that and said, yeah, if he's acting in best interest of the country, that he's above the law. And he was just restating that over the weekend. So we're in a bad way, man. We are in a full dictatorship here, and he's just finally coming out and admitting it. It's frustrating, and this is why I'm becoming a person I don't want to become. I'm sorry for this long rant. I'm gonna get chill out, and I'll be back.
Mind Bloom is helping people achieve life-changing clinical and personal breakthroughs, alchemizing both the psychedelic medication, psychiatric care from psychiatric clinicians, coaches we call psychedelic guides, and a lot of content and meditations and programs into this really transformational experience that, because it's delivered at home, costs a lot less and is a lot more convenient for people to receive.
Ladies and gentlemen, in the room with me now, where is he? Stephen the MAGA hat. Are you wearing a MAGA hat, Stephen? What's going on?
No, don't you ever. Don't you ever.
Stephen the MAGA hat Ortiz, Ronnie, I stole Matt's Tim Pool hat, Kane, and GD, I'm not wearing a hat. Fuck you and your hats, Fenderson.
Good morning, America. MindDogTV.com. Happy President's Day. Let the lesson of Mount Rushmore be: the best presidents are stoned. FDR, painkillers and pussy. JFK, painkillers and more pussy. Clinton, weed and pussy. Obama, coke, weed, and black pussy. That's right, a little drug and a little release makes you a good president.
I thought, first of all, it's Dictator's Day. I renamed it. Are you not with the program? We'll have to ban you from the White House press conferences if you don't get with the program. Besides that, Jesus was stoned. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah, man. Jesus was always stoned, man. I'm sure him and the disciples were lighting up and passing
Big
it around
rocks.
the final supper.
Imagine like Nolan Ryan throwing these big old.
I think you're thinking of Stephen was stoned. I don't think
That
Jesus
too.
was stoned. I think he was thrown. I think they threw rocks at him, but stoning is when you just pile it on top and they just like, or pelt them until they like submission.
They're like
Pelt them into submission.
big old 15-pound bricks that were used to build the temple. Those were the stoning. And you had like guys like Nolan Ryan, but bigger Nolan Ryans, Andre the Giant Nolan Ryans, throwing fastballs with bricks. Right?
Yep. That's why I continue the tradition of getting stoned today.
So I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but there was a time when I was a very loving. I was Mr. Happy, Mr. Optimism. I would post pictures with my picture on it with the motto "Love and Kindness." This is who I was online in the social world. But I've become.
I think that poster said "Love and Kindness." I pretty much remember that poster.
I think that's what it said too, honestly.
Yeah, or living kindness. I think is what it said.
All right. Well, the point I'm trying to make is I wasn't always a your mother's a skank whore guy or jump right to you're a dumb cunt. And I regret the person I've become, but I'm blaming it on the MAGA people. They've done this to me.
That's
fair. I don't want to be that guy anymore. I don't want to be the guy who's accused of saying she was a CV space NT on X multiple times when it was dumb cunt twice. I don't want to be that guy.
Have you thought about just not doing it?
I have thought
just not doing it. Yeah.
I have thought about just not doing it. And that's what I've decided to try my best to do. When I get the urge, I need a hotline, a dumb cunt hotline. When I get the urge to call somebody a dumb cunt, or
Matt, just message me.
Dial 1-800 dumb cunt.
Or just hit Steven in your calling machine. I'll even pretend to get upset for you.
How was your week? Did you guys have a weekend? Did you have a real weekend? A nice weekend? A comfortable?
I did.
A fulfilling, restful, but still somewhat creatively inspiring weekend. Am I putting words in your mouth?
You are. Yeah. I had a good weekend. My brother came over Saturday and brought me a box of weed and a new hat for my birthday.
Happy birthday. It's Steven's birthday.
Oh, yeah. Thanks.
Happy birthday.
He's 39 today.
Oh, man. No, I'm only 35.
It's Jack
35.
39.
And then yesterday just kind of hung out with the family. So, but yeah, it was a decent weekend.
Huh.
A lot of snow. So we didn't get to do much.
We got snow and rain, and today we're getting winds. It's like March winds, 55-mile-an-hour winds.
We're getting the same thing. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, it was like that yesterday. Then Saturday was just a shitty day in general.
Such a shitty year, 2025. Hasn't it been?
It's really sucked so far in general. Like California burned down. Trump's back in office. Fucking Soulja Boy's back in the news.
God's coming for you.
Drake won't go away.
I'm going on a lunch date.
Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
I watched Sly. I watched a movie called Sly Lives, and that was.
You said that last night. Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Mainly because I've always liked Sly and the Family Stone. And
how old is Sly?
I have no idea.
What is this movie about?
It's about Sly.
Like Sylvester Stallone?
No, Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh, Steven. You don't even know who Steven? You don't know Sly and his family? You don't know who Sly Stone is?
So I'm watching this, and some of this stuff, like I said, I really liked Sly and the Family Stone when I was growing up, and I just forgotten, because in my memory, I've gotten it down to like 5 or 6 songs of Sly and the Family Stones, and they're going through this catalog, and I find myself reliving and constantly smiling and just enjoying the movie and stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm so young that like I didn't even know who Josie and the Pussycats was until like 2004.
It's around the same time as Sly Stone, so
Yeah,
how
it's just a little. It's just a little before my time, man.
about the Banana Splits?
What the fuck did you just call me?
That's right. All right.
And you notice he used his middle finger to do
Yeah, I
this.
saw
He said,
that.
what-
Jeez.
he goes, what did you call me? Well.
That's right.
Kick a man while he's down. Why don't you? Jeez.
Um,
Whoa, double front flip. 10 poins from the judges.
What was the point of this? It was celebrating the music. Or was it a biography? What the Sly lives?
It was a biography. And it was just talking about the music and his contribution to music.
Right.
And I did not realize that he was as talented as he was. I had no idea.
When I first started doing these little music reels that I do, Sly and the Family Stone was one of the first ones. It's gotten almost like very few views on it for the.
Well, it prompted them to make the movie.
Is he in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
Yes, he is. I think he got inducted in 19.
Oh,
yeah, his hands were soft and supple.
So I just got an alert on my.
And he actually showed up for it. They showed the induction, and the entire band was there, and he wasn't there. And so one of the members said something like, "Is he going to show up? I don't know." Well, there he is. That's him. He's not going to show. And
Was
they said that he.
Sure, I know Hank Williams was a notorious no show. I did not know Sly Stone was a no show.
Well, he eventually he did show up, but he showed up late.
No, I mean in life, did he have a reputation for being a no show?
It came. After a while, that became his reputation.
Huh.
And sometimes he got upset because he goes, sometimes they reported that he wasn't there when he actually was there. So I don't know if he was there and didn't perform, or if he performed late and they just said he wasn't there.
I had a friend who I was in a band with, who was so shy. He used to hide behind the speakers. He would never when the band was playing, he would be hiding behind the PA, scared, like didn't want to come out, playing his instrument behind there. I don't get it.
They showed.
I just got an alert on.
Yeah, you got an alert.
What is he saying?
He said, "I got an alert."
Steven, are you on?
I was
it just kicked in. Yeah, his lemon drops just kicked in.
Yeah. I took edibles about an hour and a half ago. I apologize. It says Trump's shift toward Putin anal.
What?
It's what I.
Wow,
it's an abbreviated alert from CNN, but it cuts off at that. That's why I laughed.
I got it down 1-800 dumb cunt.
Right here.
Yeah, I need like a electroshock therapy every time I want to say dumb cunt. I should be zapped. Don't say
every time you want to say it. Pull a pube.
Right. But I feel bad. I feel bad. What were we talking about? Dumb cunts. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What? Oh, the fact that Steven doesn't know Sly Stone.
I don't.
You know what? I think if out of all the people, and he's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, but he's just not appreciated enough for his contribution to. Because funk really, could give James Brown a little credit, but I don't know. Sly and the Family Stone is really the originator of that genre, in my opinion.
And not only that, but they inspired. I mean, you don't even have to look at the people. Don't have to say it. You just look at what they did. Prince was like almost his DNA. Prince's DNA is like right out of Sly and Family Stone. Funkadelic, Parliament Funkadelic, Parliament, the Sisters and Brides of Funkenstein. All of those iterations of George Clinton's bands, they were out of Sly and the Family Stone.
Right.
I looked him up. I don't
and people playing slap bass. That's Larry Graham.
Right.
That's Larry. I mean, that's fucking Larry Graham.
His mom came up with that, not him.
Slapping the bass.
Yeah. Well, the way it's done in modern pop music, that's Larry Graham's mother.
Well, no, I don't know, because he and his mother played together, and she played keyboard or piano, and he played bass. And he says they didn't have a drummer, so he developed that so he'd have a drum sound.
Right.
So he takes credit for it, not his mom.
I think bass slapping sounds amazing, especially if it's done like Korn. The way Korn does it is so cool.
Yeah, he did talk about in another interview how his mother insisted that he try to kind of make it busier, and why don't you try to just pack a punch in it or slap in the bass to give it like a rhythm sound.
Slap at the bass, slap
yeah.
at the bass.
Huh?
Slap it, slap.
Well,
you know, I looked him up, and he looks like Undercover Brother.
Oh, Larry Graham or Slide Family Stone?
Oh, that was another thing that I regretted, because the person I was arguing with was a woman, and I thought, as a right-wing woman, why are you still talking? Because we all know your gender is not good for anything but having babies. So go have babies and shut the fuck up. Don't talk back to a man. I feel bad about the stupid shit that I say and do, and the hurtful, mean ugliness I am putting out there. And I would like to repent. And just for, if that woman is listening, which I know she's not, but if she were, I would offer an almost sincere apology. And I say almost sincere because we all know I'm not really capable of real sincerity. I lack the sincerity gene. It's not my fault. It's a genetic problem. But so as sincere as I could possibly get, I think I would try to apologize for being a dick. Okay, then that's the show for you. Tomorrow, Bear Love is gonna be. We weren't supposed to be having a guest tomorrow either, but Bear Love wants to do something with a friend of his in public on camera, I guess.
So why does he have to do it here? Doesn't he have a camera? Can't he just do Facebook Live? Can't he just hit like Facebook Live and do it there?
I think you are his family.
We've never met.
But I haven't met him either. That doesn't mean
I've met him.
You have? When you've been in the actual same room with him?
Yeah.
All right, good for you. Did you love the bear the way Bear loves you?
Probably not.
Okay, that's good. You shouldn't.
I don't hate the guy. No, I don't hate the guy. I love his hustle.
Who said hate? Who said hate? We didn't say hate. You said hate.
No, I know. I'm
hate?
saying he's got hustle. He's making moves. He's making things happen. Good for him. Yeah.
Right. So he said, no, I'm curious about this. He said, always answer the phone. You never know. It might be Doug Stanhope calling. Apparently, Doug Stanhope called him for just a 25-minute chat. Aren't you curious about that? Like
no.
Yeah. Really.
Why would Doug Stanhope be calling Bear Love? He don't call Joe Rogan.
Are you a retard?
I imagine it's Bear Love's done a really good job of spreading his social media seed and connecting all over the place via his comedy pages, and he's probably just met enough people in the right places that they were like, hey, you want to put something together, maybe reach out to this guy if you're going to go to Colorado or something. I don't know.
Yeah, all that would make sense if we weren't talking about Stanhope. And from what I know,
I agree, because everything I've heard about Stanhope, and from the one time I got to sit down and talk to Stanhope, that doesn't sound like his MO.
No, I've
Not
known
at all.
For 5-6 years now. It doesn't make any fucking sense to me at all. Like he accidentally dialed the wrong number and then felt obligated to talk to him about something. Anyway, I mean, that's what I would love to talk to Bear Love about. But apparently, him and his buddy got some big production coming up, and they want to promote that. So we'll see. I mean,
okay.
If it was for a paycheck, I could see Doug calling.
Later in the week, we have this adult film star, Pepper Cat. Are you familiar? I think I asked you guys, and you guys didn't even answer.
Pepper Potts.
Yeah.
Pepper. What's her name?
Pepper Potts.
Pepper Cat. Cat with a K. Cat with a K.
she's a recipient of several of those AVN awards. That's Adult Video Network, Adult Video something. It's porn star awards. So she's had a couple of those. Interesting. She sent in a request to be on the show the day Vic Legina was on. So I'm just thinking maybe she knows him or whatever.
Holy shit!
What do you got? Interesting.
I found her X account.
Yeah. Oh, X. I didn't even look. Hey, you mean Twitter? You're talking about Twitter, not
yeah.
Gulf of X.
Let's
right?
see. No, I don't want to verify. God, I hate Indiana so much.
What?
A breeding horse prayer.
Pepper Cat, right? Or is that who she is? Pepper
Yep.
Cat. Why am I not getting it? Why? All right. So that's the show. You guys just have fun. I'm leaving.
She probably blocked you, man. She probably already know about you and blocked you.
Ooh, here we go.
Well, but she asked to be on the show. Why would she block me?
It's gonna be weird having a guest on whose vagina I've seen, but that's cool.
What? But yeah, no, I would, I would definitely think, well, sure, I'm very blockable. I'm a very blockable kind of guy, but she has to be on the show. That's not somebody who would block me.
That's gonna be.
Man. Well, wanting to be on the show and wanting to interact with you on Twitter they're two different things.
Well, it's asking to be called the dumb cunt. I don't want to say that anymore.
Matt, I have a feeling you're gonna be
in the dumb cunt
drooling the whole time.
Oh,
you're gonna be drooling and you're gonna pre everywhere.
Oh,
wow,
hot. Really?
She's hot. Listen, I'm not into white chicks. Okay, she is a black porn star. She's hot as fuck.
I did not know this.
She's very much my wife's skin tone.
Skin tone.
Yeah.
I used to have one of those skin tone 15 watts. Good amps. Skin tone.
Oh man.
Yeah.
GD, your little urn freaks me out to no end.
First of all, it's a penis. It does not like being called a little urn. Okay.
You got to earn it.
It's a full-grown penis.
Yeah.
Not a little urn.
So he wants he's asking for his head to be on. Well, he's not. His cult is asking for his head to be put on the.
I'm honestly shocked. I'm honestly shocked Trump did not do an executive order to add his head to Mount Rushmore. That seems like a perfectly Trump thing to do.
Yeah. What do you think about this? Whatever he said, law. He who saves his country can break no law. Whatever he fucking wrote.
That sounds like something that somebody that's going to do a coup or take over would say.
But sounds like somebody who tried to write a fortune cookie for him.
Yeah, it does sound like that. But you don't see the guy who's already in power staging a coup generally.
Well, I guess when I say a coup, I just mean like
out of power, but that'll be like 4 years from now. Why this weekend to put out that message?
Well, maybe not a coup, but maybe like I just mean like that sounds like something somebody who doesn't plan on going away says. They're justifying. Yeah, they're justifying future decisions on that quote right there. Like it shouldn't be illegal. I'm doing it for what's best for you guys.
But that's not what the Supreme Court said. They said the Supreme Court said if it's part of his official duties, and it doesn't say that he has to be doing good or bad. It just says official duties. So this thing about saving the country, that's just fortune cookie cutter shit.
John Wilkes Booth thought he was saving the country, right? So I wasn't against. He thought he was saving the country. As long as you think you're saving the country, because it didn't say president in the thing. He said anyone who saves his country cannot be breaking the law. Which is, Nixon said if the president does it, it can't be a crime. But he didn't say anything about president. He just said somebody who's saving the country. And Oswald thought he was
Well,
saving the country.
I
That
guess
guy who killed Garfield, you whatever that French name is, whatever it is.
so. If somebody were to, let's say, shoot him and actually succeed this time, they thought they were saving the country, then it's not illegal.
Right.
Okay.
Or maybe he's just justifying something Elon's going to do.
I thought Geico was saving me 15% off my country.
No, it's just 15% or more on your car insurance by switching to Geico, not a sponsor.
We deserve it though. I mean, there's a heist happening right in front of your eyes, and most people are just sitting on their hands. So I mean, we fucking deserve it.
My hands are on my belly. You see, not sitting on my.
The Buddha pose.
Yeah, from the pussy Democrats. What do you expect? You've been pussies for years and years, and look what happens.
Well, when you mix pussies and
that
cuts,
kind of explains why maybe it sounds like I'm making excuses. This is why I am such a vulgar asshole online. It's because I feel like most of the people are just sitting there and not saying anything, and then it gets really frustrating. Like somebody's got to be a fucking counter voice to all these fucking cult members, these flat earther. If you look at all the things that they believe and how ridiculous, if you make a list of all the Jewish space lasers, Haitians eating dogs, kids getting sex changes at school, somebody's got to be out. Are you fucking stupid? And then are you fucking stupid just takes one more step, like you're a dumb fucking cunt, and then I'm the dumb fucking cunt guy, and then I need dumb fucking cunt rehab.
Although I am kind of happy because I'm going to apply for one of those jobs at the nuclear sites since there's some open positions now.
Right.
So that's an opportunity.
It is. That's a bonus right there. But
sterilize yourself and make good money all at the same time.
But make sure you don't put in over 40 hours because you are going to pay tax on overtime and tips.
But not if you Ron. Just get paid in tips. That way you won't have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
No,
all your salary tips. That's it.
That part about the no taxes on tips is not in the bill either. Not in the bill.
Or on Social Security.
Yeah, all of it. He's taxing everything. All those promises. Are you shocked that he's not? I'm shocked. He promised.
I am more shocked that there are people that, for some reason, haven't accepted the fact that he is a compulsive liar, and a grifter.
What? Trump's a compulsive liar
and a grifter, and a grifter.
Can we stop stories about hearing like whatever group it is today that they're upset because Trump wronged them because he lied to them? Because now those stories now are like undecided voters in an election. It's like, you're morons. We don't want to hear about you.
I don't have a lot of sympathy for these idiots who are complaining about this stuff, but I feel like somebody's got to yell at them and continue to yell at them until they get it. I mean, what else could we fucking possibly do? This guy who comes up with the meme about pedos, and you know what, the Democrat Party is been accused of all the things that the Republicans are actually doing. And Matt Schlapp is assaulting young boys. He's paying other guys to be quiet. You got all these guys on the Epstein's Island. They're all hardcore Republicans. We had an attorney general who was sex trafficking young girls, attorney general nominee. That was Trump's first choice. Don't come up with these memes about all the things that the Trump party is. So somebody's got to yell at them and keep yelling at them and say, you know what, when it comes to pedos, nobody's higher on the list. And Trump admitted this. His daughter called him a sexual predator 3 times on different programs. Came right out and called him a sex predator.
Which daughter is this? Is this Tiffany, Ivanka, or Eric?
Ivanka.
Oh, okay.
She did it on The View. She did it on Howard Stern, and another one of these sit-down interviews.
Oh, Rogan?
No. It was years ago, but before he was running. But she, you know what? When your daughter is calling you a sexual predator, she knows. She knows. And there are definitely the people who say they drove her for an abortion when she was 15. Now she never even denied this, but for months on Twitter there were girls she went to school with who talked about driving her for her abortion when she was 15 or something. And this was right around the time that Ivana got thrown down the stairs. She didn't fall down the stairs; she got thrown down the stairs. And the rumor, which I believe, but it's just a rumor, can't be proved, was that Ivana was going to spill the beans that the baby that Ivanka had aborted was her own father's baby. I believe it. I totally believe it. And that's why she had to go, and that's why she's buried in a golf course today. And now I'll be on Steven's program talking about it tonight. We don't have a guest tonight, right? UFO guy.
I was not able to get anybody for tonight, but I have
what the fuck happened 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago? The entire country was buzzing about UFOs, drones, aliens, everything going to release. And now all of a sudden, we're doing a UFO show. We're not really into that.
That's because once Trump started deporting aliens, they stopped showing up.
Yep.
Oh. So
That's what
now
happened.
all the plans to make big money off of these idiots, what happens to it? It's just,
I read something yesterday that they cut some part of the immigration. He fired that's right, he fired judges yesterday or this weekend, immigration judges, and the judges were like, the process is already slow and you're going to fire judges that are part of this process.
Right.
I didn't think you could fire judges. I thought attorneys, but I didn't think you could fire judges.
Yeah, there's I forget what let me look here.
I can see them trying to zero out their accounts so they don't have any money to spend.
Yeah.
Or
here we go. Justice Department fires multiple immigration judges amid case backlog.
Oh, okay.
And that happened that happened on Saturday.
Because of a case backlog, they fired judges to help the backlog?
Yeah, generally here's the deal. When you're when you're behind your quota, your production quota, that's the best time to just fire everybody.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess
would tell you that.
I mean, I guess, but yeah, I don't know. But
this is why you're in a wheelchair and I'm in just a regular.
Well, that's probably true. But as far as the show goes, like you said, if you build it, they will come. And I have multiple balls I'm juggling with guests for the future, so it'll we'll get there.
I'm just surprised.
Kids look like retards.
Right. I'm just surprised at the lack of response so far because it just seemed like everybody was fucking UFO, like a junkie needing their next fix of UFO-ness, and then we don't really care.
Well, I know Ryan kind of got back to me and said, "Hey, sorry for being so sporadic. He's filming. He lives in Scotland, but he's not in Scotland right now. So he's traveling and filming. So I get that. He's all over the place. The other guy, just like he said, all right, have a good night, and then didn't respond after that. So Gary,
I think when it comes to the UFOs, they fucked up on the marketing because, years ago when they made all those announcements about we were hiding stuff in Area 51, and then now this other stuff. Yeah. Now they've blown their load, and now everyone's like, all right.
I'm sorry. That phrase, I'm not familiar with that phrase. Blown a load.
Oh, maybe that's is that an age thing, man?
Well,
I think it's an alien thing.
But in 2017, they made those announcements. They finally acknowledged Area 51. They said they were hiding shit. Blah blah blah. Fast forward to end of last year with the congressional hearings. The second one was total bullshit. The first one was a step forward. Right now we're back in the lull, but it'll make news again because Trump's going to end up using it as a distraction at some point because he already said he's going to release the Roswell files and UFO files and all that bullshit, along with the JFK and MLK stuff.
You're not being helpful
I'll
here.
have shit
I'm not
to
familiar
talk
with this.
about. He'll give me
I'm
what
not-
I want, but it's just gonna be it's gonna be
You're
a
not being
distraction for
helpful
what he's
here.
really doing.
I asked for clarification or at least some understanding of what this phrase
Blowing a load. It's when you come.
What kind of load are we talking? I don't understand what the load part.
It's
really
Disney
the
World.
blow part is a little it's a little off-putting to me, but the load part is definitely.
So when you ejaculate, it comes out at force, right? The load being the semen, and generally speaking, when you blow your load, usually it's when you're not expecting it. Kind of like, oh no, not yet.
So
You
yeah,
make it like you're blowing semen.
Oh, so
well, they don't call it blowing semen because that's gay.
Are you referring to ejaculation?
Yes.
Why don't you just say that?
Did you know that if you ejaculate in space, it'll push you back at 2 meters an hour?
I know. We used to.
We used to do that in high school.
Yeah,
that's fucking weird.
We used to go up.
That's a
into
weird way to
space
say you're
and
gay.
ejaculate. Now you guys know, but maybe some of the audience doesn't know. If you live in Ohio and you're a man, you might get fined. Well, there's a bill that has been proposed that would fine you if you ejaculate without the intent to conceive.
Procreate, yeah.
Procreate, yeah.
That makes everything but vaginal intercourse illegal.
I'm pretty sure that includes masturbation, right? So like
have to. Masturbation, head.
They could have meant it just as a pullout, or if you could come in. Or
well, no. If by that logic, by the way you worded it, it sounds like anything other than vaginal intercourse while coming inside is illegal. That means no. That means not on the back, not on the face, not on the head, not in your hand.
Okay, no, you can masturbate if you come in a jar, and that the contents of the jar is going to be used to impregnate someone.
Right. Well, how long does that keep for? That doesn't.
Not just that, but okay. If you think putting on
They
a
just
condom
collect the jars in the cupboard.
Yeah, but what do you think that's going to do to the whole vibe? To the whole vibe and the whole everything. Like you think it doesn't stop all the momentum when you have to put on a condom? But hold on, let me go grab the cum jar. What?
Right.
I'm not going. Fuck that.
If anybody in the chat room knows what's the shelf life on cum?
This hat's really heavy with news like that. I just want you to know that.
What does it say on it?
Ohio State.
Why? Ohio State. So
football.
You are going to the land of where they.
No, I just support their football team. That's it.
Well, their football team is ejaculating like crazy. They're
Probably.
Instead of the Buckeyes, they're going to Buckeyes. Ohio State Buckeyes.
Oh my God! I need to make that a hat yesterday.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Generally, sperm cells can survive outside the body for up to 20 minutes.
Yeah, see, that's pretty quick.
Yeah, once exposed to air, sperm quickly die due to lack of moisture and warmth.
So when you're doing the in vitro, how do they?
Well, how long does it last in a vagina?
How do
Isn't it like
they keep them fresh?
Isn't it like a week in a vagina or something like that?
I'll ask.
I'm not sure how any of this stuff works.
Oh, that's wrong.
We just go to visit. We don't know how it works.
But so yeah, so then this is a really important thing we need to get to the bottom of. No, we don't.
Yes. How long does sperm last in a vagine?
Well, my thing about the bill.
Up to 7 days.
Up to
7 days.
My mom was better than sex.
Well, you try coming.
If it is a supportive vaginal environment, as opposed to a hostile vaginal environment.
So if you're a whore, several minutes. But if you're a regular lady,
big horny whore.
Okay, here's the deal. If it's percentages, like 4%, 5% will last up to 4.4 days. Only 1% will survive longer than 6.8 days.
Boy, what you've done to your algorithm this morning. It's just
he's gonna start getting like spermicide ads and shit now. Ovulation tests.
I started getting ads like that a long time ago.
What you're gonna get is the guy from Grubhub bringing you a sperm shake.
That's why I don't order from SpubHub. those things. I don't order from those places.
No, I wasn't thinking you were going to order. He's just going to show up with a shake for you. And when I say a shake,
they have to get past. They have to get past my security.
Yeah.
It's shaken, not stirred.
I'm your teacher.
Yeah, so you
and I find you attractive.
But here's the deal. Now people are saying, like, what's the whole fucking point of this bill? I think it's not intended to pass. They don't really think this is going to pass. They're trying to make a statement about men's bodies, legal when the law gets involved with your body, like my body, my choice thing. When it gets a man's thing, that the attitude is going to be a little different. And we already saw that just from the reaction the minute they announced that bill.
And that's not the first time that bill's been across the country. I mean, there are other states have tried it as well. And remember, they've even done it in Congress. Suggested it in Congress. It's been done a few times. It's not novel. It's just a recurring theme to bring attention to the absurdity.
I don't understand the fascination of trying to control what people do in their fucking private time like that.
Well,
it doesn't make sense.
The abortion thing you get because we need more babies. This is what doesn't make sense.
They need more workers.
Right. They need more workers, more soldiers, whatever. But they keep on talking about their justification for we need more babies is the birth rate is declining. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. When I look at the numbers of population, it's been on a steady, whatever kind of angle that is, forever from the birth. So we keep on adding more people. I know people are living longer, but not that much longer that you would see the population growth.
But see, you're looking at the population in general, and I think they're looking at the population in black and white.
But no, because the abortion laws they're talking about, they want to enforce that on both black and white. So it's that they just want to force people to have babies. And the thing is, the birth rate is too low. They're not. There's nothing in about that.
Well, if you force, let's put it this way: because infant mortality is greater among minorities than among whites. If you force them all to have babies, the whites will wind up out reproducing because the infant mortality rate is greater among minorities. Okay. So that's it.
Not just that, but if you tell gay guys they can't have sex with dudes, it's not like they're going to start fucking chicks to make babies. It won't.
They will, but the chicks will be former guys.
But they're not having babies though. That's just it's still not going to fix anything.
They're having them in schools. They're having them in the schools.
The problem is you guys haven't accepted America as a truly bisexual country. That's what we're wrestling with right now.
Are you kidding?
Anybody?
The entire Republican Party is based on buying sex. What do you mean they haven't embraced bisexuality?
And not just that, but
they haven't embraced bisexuality. That's why they want to be
bisex. Ron, look at Grindr, the whores, the prostitutes.
No, he's not talking about prostitution. He's talking about sleeping with men and women. If the Republican Party would just accept and embrace their homosexual tendencies, they would probably become happier, a lot looser, and not try to turn into Nazis.
Oh, see, I'm sorry, Ron. There's like 4 ways of spelling bi, and I misunderstood. I apologize.
Are you a retard?
No, but it's true. It's a very bisexual country, and there's parts of the country that haven't accepted that. But if you look at how Grindr does in certain areas, and between pro wrestling and pro sports, there are so many outlets for bisexual guys. You just have to embrace that. If you like swinging that cock around on a Tuesday and love putting it into a pussy on Friday, live your life, buddy. Live your life.
I don't accept.
Truth is, I'm right about all of it, and you know it.
You left out Thursday, Ron. I'm a Thursday kind of guy.
The truth is, I'm right about all of it, and you know it.
That's why they call them thirst traps. It's short for Thursday.
I don't accept any of this.
Finish inside me. That's what I call schlong division.
I like better than sex.
What kind of omelet?
A lot
of that comes.
Pussy omelet.
Come omelet. Come now.
Omelet.
Well, they may like pussy omelets. What that is when at least 5 or 6 guys come in a chick and someone eats it out.
Oh,
normally a
do
conservative
they have
on
to-
his hands and knees praying.
Do they have to scrape the egg out when they do it?
No, but you just got to get that face in there and eat it.
Who knows what? I'm not. I don't know.
Oh, what about there was another story that broke too over the weekend. Backwards Utah made collective bargaining a thing of the past.
Wow.
So if you get a hooker, you can't say, "Look, I'm sorry. You're saying 50. I only got 40."
No, you're talking about a bukkake party. Collective bargaining means it'd be like a gangbang thing where they were going for the hooker. I mean, if it's one-on-one with the hooker, that doesn't.
But it makes sense. It's Utah, so you can't get workers together, but you can still have a teenage bride.
But they outlawed. So essentially, what you're saying is they outlawed unions.
Yes.
So how do they get married? Because that is a union.
But
lawyered.
This seems like Supreme Court type of thing. I mean, you can't just do that. Can you just do that?
Well, that's the point. You can't, and that's part of the game. It's like you just get the conversation rolling, and that way you can start to spin it. And so, like these morons that follow Trump, you put that out there, it won't go anywhere. Now you can spin it. It's like they're against you, blah blah blah.
But doesn't also fall under the National Labor Relations Board, and so if they don't enforce it, it'll stand, or if they don't challenge it, well, I guess other people can challenge it.
Yeah, it'll be challenged and all that shit. But
the government's not going to put any weight behind it.
No, they're just starting to show their hand. This is how it works. One state does this, you show your hand a little bit, then you get the ball rolling.
I don't want my.
And we all know that Trump hates labor, so I mean, why isn't it? You shouldn't be surprised.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm drinking more wine than I used to.
Whoa, you sound like the dude from The Godfather.
Oh.
The dude from The Godfather? Which Godfather and which dude?
The Godfather. Don Corleone.
Yeah. Ted Cruz has said that everything's for sale.
Probably.
I actually, this is the first time I actually agree with Ted Cruz. Everything is for sale. It's just a matter of where.
Well, he's been for sale for years.
Right.
Yeah. He's bought and sold many times over. In fact, he's been sold more often than it's not illegal, because you can't. He's sold more shares than he has shares to sell.
That's probably how he justifies slavery. He's like, look, I've been bought and sold many times, and I enjoy it.
And his wife is for sale. We all know that. But
whoa,
that's Heidi Klum, right? His wife is Heidi Klum.
Right. Some Heidi
Ho.
Yeah. Exactly.
Hattie ho.
Yeah. So
snappity.
I don't know why that is in the news. Like, people are arguing over that. I think that's a pretty well established fact. And this is where I have a problem. Again, I have so many problems with these MAGA people that are just driving me insane. But they act like if you're rich, you don't care about money. No, you don't get rich if you don't care about money. Like, Musk doesn't care about more money. Trump doesn't care about more money. It's like, the only reason you have that kind of money is that you love money above everything else. You live for money. Money is everything to you. So
yeah, otherwise, when you got so much, you'd start doing good things with it.
There you go.
You would never become. You're like almost never become more than a millionaire or twice that, because the money be coming in, you'd be helping other people, you'd be creating jobs, you'd be reinvesting it in your neighborhood. You'd be actually helping people.
Yeah. And you'd be singing Kumbaya the whole time.
You just hire somebody to sing Kumbaya, but that's another job created.
All right. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll hire a whole choir of Kumbaya singers to just.
Hey, we can just bring Willie on. He's a good singer, apparently.
So they would
hire mariachi Kumbaya singers.
I was trying to find this thing on Twitter where this guy, apparently this a guy who's very well connected, is threatening to out all the Republican people Ron was just talking about, people we have to accept, all the closeted gay guys in the Republican Party. He was threatening to put out a list. Like, why threaten it? Just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Don't threaten.
I will retweet it.
I don't normally advocate for outing somebody, but when these people are actively trying to make laws against the people they are, time to trying to put them in the light, guys.
Yeah, I agree. And now I realize that in the gay community it is frowned upon, but I know some of my best friends are gay, and they say, "You're right, GD."
Well, no, I have.
That's one of them right now. You have my phone. That's one of my gay friends right now.
Well,
I'm busy.
You'd be surprised how many people don't even know that. Like, a lot of people don't even realize that Grindr went down during the RNC because of how heavy the traffic was.
Well,
like,
let's be honest. Let's be honest. If you're not gay or bi, how would you even know that Grindr went down?
Because it was on the news.
I wouldn't know that unless you Ron told me, and
because it made the social media rounds, and it made
you and Ron were trying to hook up on it. We were, where's Ron? And he was, where's Steven? And
to be honest, Steven, I've heard you say that multiple times, and I just always assumed that you were joking. I just assumed it was a joke. I didn't think it actually, because I had no way of knowing.
We talked about it on the show. There was a whole article about it.
Me and GD wouldn't know about this because we don't look for each other on this nasty little app.
I don't look for you guys on there
In the Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda-backed M23 rebels have advanced into Bukavu, the second largest city in the eastern region, after capturing Goma last month. The rebel incursion has led to widespread panic and looting, with tens of thousands of residents fleeing the city.
As Congolese soldiers retreated south, abandoning their posts, reports emerged of factories being pillaged and prisoners released, though essential services like
they need rolling the headless Thompson gunner. That's what they need.
City remain operational. The ongoing conflict has resulted in nearly 3,000 deaths and displaced hundreds of thousands. Kevin Sanders reporting.
A Moscow court has ordered the 30-day pretrial detention of U.S. citizen Caleb Wayne Byers on drug smuggling charges. Joseph Eckerson with the latest.
If convicted, the 28-year-old American could face up to 7 years in prison under Russian law. This incident follows a recent prisoner exchange between the U.S. and Russia, highlighting ongoing tensions and the complexities of international legal disputes involving American citizens abroad.
In eastern Ukraine, Russian forces have captured the village of Berezivka in the Donetsk region, marking a significant advance in their ongoing offensive. Benjamin Wright reports,
This offensive has been costly for Russia in terms of troops and equipment, but has yielded strategic gains. Meanwhile, uncertainty looms over continued U.S. military support for Ukraine, as President Donald Trump has indicated a potential meeting with Russian President Vladimir Putin to negotiate a peace deal.
This is the latest news headlines.
The White House has barred another Associated Press reporter and photographer.
Still fighting for Russia.
What was that?
I don't understand how Russia still has troops that are willing to die to take over someone else's home. I don't get that. I mean, I would think that the soldiers would just say, no, we're not going to sacrifice our lives to take other people's homes, because
that's a question in any war, isn't it? Like, how do you get all these guys to, forth?
Photographer from boarding Air Force One, escalating a dispute over the terminology used for the Gulf of Mexico.
Journalists argue that this action violates First Amendment rights, while the Trump administration defends its decision. Jim Kender reporting.
Federal employees nationwide are expressing anger and confusion following President Donald Trump's directive for agencies to lay off probationary employees lacking civil service protections.
Here you go. All these people who are freaking out that Trump is doing what he said he was going to do. They voted for him. You should have fucking paid attention. Well, he's laying off federal workers. Yeah, he said he was gonna. I mean, why is this a surprise? Why are people? It's like, I'm going to take a shit, and then you go take a shit, and they're like, oh, you didn't tell me you were going to take a shit. I did tell you were going to take a shit.
But you didn't say it was going to stink.
Oh. Oh well, I thought it smelled like roses. No.
And you didn't say it was going to clog the toilet.
It didn't smell like roses. I thought it smelled like roses, brown roses.
You didn't say we were going to have to clean it up after the toilet backed up.
Yeah, I'm done with the news. Fuck the news. Ukraine. See, the thing with the Ukraine is, I don't get. It's like what the United States is bargaining with Russia, like Ukraine is a state, a United States. Why is Ukraine bound to?
Well, that's why Europe is currently pissed at us right now, because they're like, "What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing?"
Yeah, what the fuck are we doing?
This is. I was saying. I've been saying this for quite some time that Europe needs to, because they cannot rely on us, reform their own alliance, not NATO. Literally, just form a different alliance. Let's say European Defense Alliance, and find out which NATO countries, except for us, want to be part of it. Okay, and just form it, and just say fuck the U.S. and then they do what's good for them.
Yeah,
because Trump and his administration didn't give a fuck about Ukraine and those people. They don't give a fuck about the place being rebuilt. They don't give a fuck about the lives that are lost. All they care about is more for them.
Yeah,
and part of them is Russia and China.
Right. I think pulling out of NATO is not good for the United States security. I mean,
I agree, but they can't be worried about us if we're not worried about us.
Yeah,
they need to form their own European Defense Alliance and bring make Ukraine part of it right off the bat.
Right.
You know, and that way Trump can say, well, we don't want them to join NATO. Fine, they won't join NATO because the rest of the European nations aren't in NATO either. They've dropped out of NATO. They're now the European Defense Alliance. The United States has no say at all. If they want say, they have to earn their way back in. They have to earn their trust.
Yeah, I don't understand the mentality of the people who are thinking that Russia, we should be on the side of Russia. Like, if Russia wanted peace, they could just end this thing tomorrow and say, forget about the invasion. We don't, it's all. I think Lindsey Graham changed Trump's mind on when he started talking about the value of the minerals and stuff, the mineral and metal deposits they have in Ukraine, and the value of like silver and uranium and all kind of things that they have over there. Trump sees money, all of a sudden his attitude starts to change. Oh, why would we want Russia to have all that?
I think Zelensky should offer a $5 million bounty to take out Putin.
It would have to be more than that, probably. And then also,
because you don't need. I'm sure there's a lot of people that would do it for free if they thought they could get, do it. But for $5 million, they'd actually risk it.
See, the problem is finding somebody who's actually qualified. It's not easy.
That's the thing. The person that's qualified isn't going to take just $5 million for it.
Because I would do it for. I would actually pay for the privilege of doing this. Give me the tools to do it, and I would be happy to die for the cause. I really would.
Did you see Greenland told? Did you see Greenland told Trump to fuck off?
Yeah, that's what. So that's what prompted Ted Cruz's "everything's for sale." Greenland says they're not for sale, and Ted Cruz.
And in terms that Trump will understand, fuck off.
Yeah, they said it like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I just saw it yesterday, and I was like, ha.
Huh?
Yeah.
That's what you.
It just made me
Don't
laugh.
worry, we'll probably be in a war in less than a year with somebody.
Yeah, that's probably happening.
Yeah.
And something bad too, where we'll probably wind up killing soldiers, all for that moron. Right.
Now, the UK, United Kingdom, as I like to call it, they're ready to send troops to Ukraine to fight on the side of Ukraine against Russia. That doesn't sound like a good idea. It just doesn't. It sounds.
Are we just We're just trying to start a world war. Is what we're trying.
No, we're not. The UK is.
Well, when I say we, I just mean us as a planet, because it seems like everybody's fucking retarded right now.
Was there, and Taiwan is still on the board. That's up for play. That's going to be another big one.
So them in China,
right.
Fucking stupid. It's just, and then you have North Korea fucking with South Korea. Like,
what's all this this TikTok talk? What's all this TikTok talk?
It's back in the App Store. That's about that. That's
the only update that I've heard is that it's back in the app stores now, so people can quit selling their fucking iPhones for $5,000.
The talk this morning is that it was never about China stealing our data. It was all about Israel. Something about Israel was behind the whole TikTok ban, and I was like, I can't wrap my head around this now.
No, it's all they just want the algorithm. American companies want that algorithm because ByteDance figured it out and we haven't. So that's all that's about. But I know a couple weeks ago Trump said we're going to have a sovereign fund and that the U.S. was going to buy TikTok.
Right. But what's this? I mean, it's like a major news story now. If you just go TikTok Israel, I think it'll probably come up. But they're saying it was never about the Congress people, the Republicans in Congress who originally proposed it way back, like the ban, are now saying it was never about China spying on us for our data. It was in the best interest of Israel, and the whole TikTok ban proposal was to serve Israel. That's what this.
If it was to serve Israel, then why was it banned here?
I don't know. This is what I'm asking. I don't know.
I think that makes no sense.
The headline news this morning.
Okay, of course it's not. It doesn't make sense. I don't buy it. But let's play flat earthers for a little bit. A lot of the people who were supporting Hamas and anti-Israel were doing it on TikTok and at college universities.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were saying when Israel was upset about all the anti-Semitic stuff there you go. Now this the first paragraph, it's all about the anti-Semitic material that is on TikTok. But then isn't it on every platform? Isn't all the
That's what I was just about to say. If it gets taken off TikTok, it's just gonna move. It's gonna move to Reddit, Facebook, Instagram, it's Twitter. It's gonna go somewhere else.
Are they gonna take out 8chan?
TikTok
8chan, 4chan, 3chan,
China,
2chan, Charlie Chan.
Jews of Conscience community on Reddit is where I guess the story got started. But TikTok ban fueled by Hamas attack on Israel October 7th was when the TikTok ban started to pick up the idea of it because of all the anti-Semitic material that was being.
Stop it, Stephen.
I know. I'm good.
Stop it.
I know. I didn't have coffee today. That's my problem. I woke up.
Oh, but you didn't have time for coffee, but you had time for edibles.
Well, yeah, because the edibles, I just grabbed. They just go. I didn't have to go turn on a machine and put coffee in and then wait.
Yeah, I took it like 4:30 yesterday. It didn't hit me till almost 8 o'clock at night. I was starting to think, well, what a waste of. It didn't do nothing. And then 3.5 hours later, I was totally shot. Like,
I did that yesterday. Because he brought me three bags of gummies, and so the first bag was it was 1,000 milligram bags. I took 2 of them and fucked myself up.
Yeah. Well, and then I'm up all night because I'm like, I have a sativa creative buzz, and I just want to do stuff.
I was up and down all night, and then it finally wore off about 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up at 8:50.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm done with this whole idea, this whole thing. I should just quit, right?
Probably not.
I'll be right back. I hear voices in my house. I'm in the house by myself.
That was
hearing voices in your house.
Yeah, there are voices in my house, and there's no televisions on unless the cat turned on the television by itself. Like hit the
You have a
remote.
spooky ghostman in your house?
I don't think so. I'll be right back. If I'm not back in 10 minutes, call the police.
Okay.
Hello, State Farm.
We at least have to stay on.
I have to put in a claim about my pickup. I was waiting. I was waiting for the train to pass, and it didn't pass. It passed through. Oh, look! Happy President's Day. Well, it's actually Dictator's Day, but we'll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What's that fifth face?
That's GD's urn.
I guess you got to earn it. All right.
Well, I do have a couple of showbiz stories.
Yay!
Too.
There we go. Now you're talking my language.
What the fuck could possibly be happening in showbiz? Do you have any? I have no. But yeah, sure. Why not?
And now, bringing you the latest in entertainment news from Hollywood, New York, and East Bumfuck, Montana. Here's our chief entertainment correspondent, Ron Kane. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Showbiz.
Welcome to Minucci's.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Showbiz. Let me get set up here. There we go.
Oh.
Yes, it is Monday. So, of course, we're sponsored by Minucci's. After this past wintry weekend, a lot of food was close to going bad, or has it gone bad? So come out for the President's Day sale and get some maybe expired meat.
Huh. You know, with this whole President's Day thing, these people that are trying to make Trump's birthday a federal holiday, today is the holiday for everybody. Like last week was Lincoln's birthday. We didn't acknowledge that. Every president already has a day. We don't need one just for Hitler. I'm sorry. We can show business, but
all right.
My birthday is not a national holiday. Relax, guys.
Yeah, we'll keep going. So the big thing that happened this weekend was the SNL 50. It was all 3 days. Like on Friday, they did a homecoming concert, which had some good moments in it. Post Malone joined Nirvana. The rest of Nirvana on stage, and they did Smells Like Teen Spirit. If you know anything about Post Malone, a couple years ago during the pandemic, he also did like a Nirvana concert from his house with a band, and it was pretty fucking good. So
he actually fucking killed it on that, both of them.
Yeah, and they sounded great on the homecoming show. So it was a whole weekend of that. That was the biggest thing happening. Jack Nicholson made an appearance at the
game.
No, at the SNL 50.
Oh.
He introduced Adam Sandler, and he hasn't been seen in public in like over 2 years. So this was a big thing.
Who's that babe he's got with him? He's got a babe with him.
She's with him.
Yeah, who knows? But when they asked him, like, you know, when they cut to him to introduce Sandler, he seemed kind of surprised, like, "Oh yeah, I'm on."
He's got a New York Yankees beret on. Is this a picture from the other night, or?
Yes. Yep. This is a picture from the other night.
Pretty good. I mean, I would think he'd have to be, God, at least 85, right? Probably more.
Yeah,
than
he's
that.
87. He's 87.
He looks good for 87, man.
Fucking A.
He's probably had work done, and that's why he's wearing his glasses, so you don't see that his eyes have been pulled back like this.
Still, I mean, yeah, I guess.
But, I mean, why else would he be wearing glasses?
He's always worn glasses in public, though.
Yeah, it's like this. He doesn't want. Yeah, right there.
Even in that movie with Adam Sandler, he wore glasses the whole time.
And the SNL 50, they had all sorts of stars in attendance for this celebration. Ryan Reynolds was there. He made a reference.
Right behind him, right?
What's that?
Spielberg is right behind him. Steven Spielberg.
That is Spielberg.
Yes. And that
and there's David Byrne above that. Well, it was
the woman sitting next to him is Blake Lively, his wife, and the reason she looks like that because like this moment they had, of course, set up. He stands up and Tina Fey or Amy Poehler asked him like, "How are things going?" And he's like, "What? Have you heard something?" So that got a pretty good laugh because him and Blake Lively are going through that whole Justin Baldini thing with that movie. So it was a pretty good moment. But Blake Lively was like, "What the fuck are you saying?"
Wow.
So right above Spielberg is that Kevin Costner, and to Kevin Costner's left is that Cher, and above Costner is David Byrne. It's like but then there's a bunch of people I have no idea who the
I think
fuck they
that's
are.
Lauren right above Costner. I could be wrong. I thought that was Lauren. But why would Lauren be in the audience?
Yeah, well, Lauren was in the audience.
Oh.
He was sitting in the audience. And there was actually a moment with Kevin Costner. They did like this when they were doing this Q&A section of the show. There was a moment where they did like a musical number with like Kristen Wiig and Jason Sudeikis and I forget the other guy, but they're doing this musical movement, and Kevin Costner and Jenna Ortega are like stuck in the middle of it, and it's funny and it's kind of awkward, but it was funny.
Wow.
The other thing, Sandler, he had a pretty good performance, and that's Jack Nicholson introduced them, and of course made reference to Farley and Norm Macdonald not being there and things like that. Dan Aykroyd was noticeably missing from the show as well, and there's some belief, I don't know, is like bad blood or something, but
no, I don't think so, because I follow Aykroyd pretty closely, and he was tweeting up a storm about it, like he was excited about it, he was looking forward to it. I don't think there's bad blood. He was mentioning all the people that were there that you've already mentioned already, and saying great things about them. I don't think it's bad blood.
Yeah,
he was promoting it heavily.
Yeah, on the weekend update portion of the show that they did, which was just like an extended version, because they had Michael Che, Colin Jost, and Seth Meyers do weekend update, and they kind of cut in between. I think there was some hope that Stefan was going to show up, that Bill Hader was going to do Stefan, but that did not happen. I was kind of disappointed that he did not show up on that, but Bill Murray was part of the weekend update, and that was pretty good as well.
What about Chevy Chase? Because didn't he used to do the weekend update like in the early days?
Chevy Chase was there, but he did not have any screen time except towards like the end of the show. He got mentioned. He did get mentioned during weekend update because Bill Murray did like a top 10 of the weekend update throughout the years. Wow. And he also did a special listing of the greatest weekend, the greatest Black weekend update host, and Michael Che was the only one on the list.
Now,
that was funny.
Garrett Morris was going to be there. Is Garrett Morris even still alive?
Garrett Morris was there.
Wow.
He was there, and he did like an introduction to.
And did he yell it? He had to yell it, right?
No, he didn't really yell it. They had him sitting on a chair because I mean he's fucking old now. But yeah, he did an intro.
You're going and kill all the whiteys I see.
Yeah. There was a sketch with Eddie Murphy playing Tracy Morgan when they did Black Jeopardy, which was pretty good. Eddie Murphy as Tracy Morgan was actually pretty hilarious. So there are moments to check out. That is out there on the Peacock now. It's like a 3.5 hour show. You can watch the Homecoming concert, which is like a 3-hour show as well. So if you really want to indulge in it, you can.
Yeah. I may watch it with my wife when she gets back because she has the cock.
Gotcha. So this is Kid Rock.
Never an
and he wants anyone to listen to him. He was on Real Time with Bill Maher on Friday. Yeah, and he was on there yapping about, well, anyway, he was asked about, Kendrick Lamar, and his quote was, everyone's like, that sucks, this, that, and the other. I'm like, this kid pretty much came out figuratively with both middle fingers in the air doing what he does for the people who love what he does unapologetically.
What a fucking pussy ass way of saying he came out and put on a black show for black people. That's what he's saying. Fucking racist piece of shit. Go fuck yourself. Go die in a hole. Go fucking take a deep breath.
Kid Rock
in a
says
shallow
that he's
puddle.
not racist because he's embraced the hip hop culture better than just about any other white person there is. And he's also putting out a gospel album. During the initial interview before they got to the overtime section, Kid Rock was really trying to sound almost like he could be reasonable, almost. And what's his face? Bill Maher really wasn't calling him out on shit, except for the joke about we did get rid of all the Bud Light in the green room.
Yes, and you know what? For all the money that Bill Maher spent on his teeth, you need a better dentist because all the time it's like maybe you need smaller veneers because it is terrible. He's got the old man like denture chew going on. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
And also, and I think he's also become a caricature of himself because he used to make that sound once in a while. He used to go like once in a while, and now it's all. I think it's kind of like,
like a thing.
Yeah. Like you feel like he needs to do it, almost like a punctuation or something.
Yeah, I need something to help me with this fixident. But anyway, like with Kid Rock, it was just bullshit. And Kid Rock, he grew up in an affluent suburban neighborhood. He had tennis courts in his backyard. So he loves cultural appropriation. He started with hip hop. He moved to country. And now I guess he's going to go to gospel.
Yeah, the gospel route.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you like him, you got terrible taste in music. There we go. So this is pretty big, and we knew this bullshit was coming. The FCC is going to investigate these media companies like Comcast. They're up next, and they're being investigated because of their DEI policies. So you want to talk about bullshit? This is bullshit to the 10th degree.
To be fair, you can't have like black and brown people coming to your house to install your cable modem. God,
you can't have handicapped people and black people reporting news either.
You're just letting these minorities in your house? Really? God, what's wrong with America?
Yeah, we didn't even mention that the AP has been kicked out of the White House press room too.
Has it? I thought it was just CNN.
No, it's the Associated Press.
Associated Press. I thought I said
wow.
That the program, but
wasn't CNN also wasn't CNN kicked out of the Pentagon press room also recently?
Yeah, they had to move people out of the press room so they could bring in some of these other people that are, soft on them. Just like most conservatives, very soft.
Nothing to see here, guys. Just control media.
The Pentagon used to have like a room for the press, specifically for the press to hang out, so to speak. So if anything happened, they had people there, and I think they killed that room.
Yes. So this shit is just at the beginning. The country is definitely trying to move backwards because this shit was happening in the 40s and 50s with the McCarthy hearings and calling people commies and stuff like this. So the bullshit that they're going, this is just a waste of time and money, and we all know it.
I don't know. It's a provocative type of thing, but they're pro First Amendment as long as you say what they want you to say. That's not really.
Yeah, exactly. Because what was it like last week or the week before? They're talking about, we need to investigate the bias against conservative media.
Right.
It's like, yeah, no one wants to watch Christian conservative television except the people that have given up because it's shitty programming.
Yeah.
That's why the 700 Club didn't survive.
There was a Republican congressman saying, I guess somebody booed the national anthem at a sporting event or something, and he was
Canada. It was Canada.
But can we all agree? Can we all agree that it is finally time in the Bible cinematic universe that we finally get some other characters besides God and the devil? There has to be another bad guy. There has to be another good guy, or whatever.
Speaking of bad guy, did you see over the weekend that Donald Trump wasted a bunch more taxpayer money to go to the Daytona 500?
Yeah. But why do you divert away from Ron's big point there? That Ron, we just found out that Ron is really Greek. He's going for the Greek model with the many gods, good gods, bad gods. Ron is polytheist.
Wasn't that a Led Zeppelin song? Good gods, bad gods. I've had my share.
I knew Ron was Greek because
he's basically saying he wants to mount from dog style Grecian sex.
Well, listen, I know
Grecian anal
Ron is
wrestling is what
Ron is Greek.
Greco-anal wrestling is what Ron is proposing here for America.
Ron is Greek, and I know this because he's a master in the bedroom. He lays pipe like no other. Okay, and that only comes from a Grecian Roman master like himself. Of course, he has multiple gods. His wife can't run out of gods to say thank you to them for.
Thank you. All right, now
it's a good thing that I'm Italian because I do definitely know how to lay the pipe. And speaking of not laying the pipe, let's talk about Captain America: Brave New World. It made 192 million globally. I saw this movie on Friday. My wife wanted to see it, so we went. It wasn't a bad movie. I don't feel like it was a complete waste of time or anything like that. But at the same time, it's like, all right, this happened.
It seems to me now, because I don't know how much it cost to make the film, and I wanted to go see it today. I may go see it Tuesday, but it seems to me that this movie is not like it's like a great Captain America standalone movie, but it's going to be better for what it's setting up for the rest of the Marvel universe in the future.
I think they should rename it to Captain Mexico, by the way. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, without
Captain African American. Brave New Bra.
Well, you're not wrong, GD. This movie is definitely it's a stepping stone movie into what they're launching. This gives us our direct leeway into like Wolverine and all sorts of other X-Men and all sorts of stuff. So between this and Fantastic Four, these are stepping stone movies. I didn't expect them to do amazing. Right. These aren't Avenger level movies. The Captain America movies weren't always known to be amazing movies anyway. I think the only real big one was Civil War. Their other ones did okay, but they weren't like giant hits. And I think this is kind of par for the course.
Yeah, this movie did have like a lot of reshoots and things like that involved.
Yeah, at least four reshoots.
And you can definitely tell. Because there are moments in the movie where it's like, yeah, it just seems like, well, we need to fix this spot here. Let's put some tape over it. So there are some noticeable moments where it's like, this was definitely reshot.
Now, was it as bad? Now, and this is probably predating some of you guys, but when Waterworld was made, Kevin Costner movie Waterworld.
I love that movie.
I think they went through like 4 directors in the process of making that movie. And so it was almost like 4 different movies at some point because they used some of the footage from the first director, then the second director, and the third director, and the fourth director. And it's funny that you say you love that movie because when it came out, it was panned like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, it's on many lists of the worst movies of all time. A lot of critics panned it, but I just wanted, as a matter of record, for the record, Ford Fairlane Rock and Roll Detective only had one director. Classic, great movie, one of the best movies ever made. Ford Fairlane, Rock and Roll Detective, one director.
What I'll say about this movie is like if you're really into it, like I said, the movie overall was not bad. I've seen much worse movies, but yeah, it's kind. The movie's kind of like mid. It's not that great. It's not that bad. Like if you've seen it, you'd probably be like, all right, this just happened.
Why aren't we talking about Rock and Roll Detective, Ford Fairlane, Rock and Roll Detective?
Now, have you heard the music? My understanding is that he has like a Captain America theme song or something that he rapped out. Is that like part of the movie?
There's nothing like that. No.
Okay.
There's some good music in the movie Ford Fairlane, Rock and Roll Detective. I don't know if you're familiar.
All right, you gotta let it go, Matt. You gotta let it go.
I don't know.
So this is there's a movie that's in Oscar contention called Amelia Perez, and it stars this Sofia Gasson. They're having a bit of an issue because she has some bad tweets out there, and now she's getting some backlash because they were derogatory. And it says here in the story, many of the posts, which were written in Spanish and shared by a writer.
Like what? What is she saying? Did she call somebody a dumb cunt?
Well, hold on. Take it fucking easy.
Well, I want to know what.
Listen, I know you're the Monopoly guy and you want us to pass go, but come on.
No,
so one post calls
Islam. Say what not say. What's a bad tweet?
One post calls Islam a hotbed of affection for humanity. Another claims that Islam is incapable with Western values.
I don't see the words dumb cunt in that once. I don't think those are bad tweets.
So she's getting some heat for that. Some people are saying, that she should be canceled. Who knows what's going to happen with this, but people are upset. So there you go.
You know what's going to happen? She'll be nominated for 19 different awards and not get any of them.
Well, that's the thing. This movie is nominated for 13 Oscars.
What movie is it again?
It's called Amelia Perez. It has Selena Gomez in it as well. And I'm not sure what the movie is about, but I could see why some people will go see it just for Selena Gomez, because I think she is looking pretty tasty in it as well. Lucky Benny Blanco.
Dude, that fucking gross bastard.
I can't remember her name now. The one that played Wendy Adams. They should. What's her name? Okay.
Which one? Christina Ricci or Sarah Ortega?
Ortega. Jenna Ortega.
Jenna, yeah.
So what's going on with this dress, though? I mean, something looks weird here. Is it just a weird picture? I mean, it looks like her dress is falling off or something.
That's how it looks. It's a dress.
It's like she put on a hefty bag and didn't really tie it on well. That's what it looks like.
This is another movie that was around this weekend. This came out on Apple Plus. I watched this movie as well. The reason I did it is because we currently have an Apple Plus trial membership. So that's why I saw this movie. And it actually was pretty good. It's called The Gorge. It's an action / romantic comedy, they're calling it. But overall, the movie was pretty damn good. It's a good action movie. So if you're looking for something a little different and at least entertaining, this movie is it. The Gorge is pretty entertaining.
Is there bisexuality in it?
Nope.
Well, we don't know what those monsters are doing in the Gorge.
Yes. Yeah, but it does have Sigourney Weaver in it as well.
She's got to be 70, right?
She's in the Gorge. She's the monster in the Gorge.
Yeah, she's close to 70. And she looks good for 70. Oh, going back to the SNL shit, Cher popped up on SNL at the homecoming concert. She came out and did Turn Back Time wearing that same fucking outfit.
Wow.
Yeah, look that up. And I mean, obviously she's had work done, but for a woman her age to go out there and fucking strut around like she did, she fucking killed it. She is an absolute performer.
She has earned the title the Queen of the Gay Men.
Yeah. Right. And enjoy the suffering, everybody.
Yeah, we will. Woo! Yo, biz.
No, we have there was a gorilla looked like he was smoking a blunt there. I'm not sure if that's suffering. That really qualifies as suffering.
That seemed mildly racist, and I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, well, that too.
It's all part of the new EPA plan. The way that we're going to go and start dumping shit. Gorillas will be smoking. Birds will be doing cocaine. It's a whole thing.
CNN has uncovered RFK Jr. praising the description of Trump and his supporters as belligerent idiots, outright Nazis, cowards, and bootlickers. Somebody should play that for Trump.
Wouldn't it be brown bootlickers? Jack bootlickers.
Oh,
yeah, goose stepping bootlickers or something. I don't know.
Hey, you know what? I enjoyed Waterworld. Okay, I did.
Why?
I don't know. Maybe it was just my age at the time, but I've rewatched it since.
How about the Mailman? Did you?
When I
were you a fan of the Mailman? Postman? What? It was a postman.
The first time I saw it, I was 9 years old. I saw it on VHS, and it's funny that you said it had multiple directors because it definitely felt at least like two different movies for sure. But I enjoyed it. It was a weird concept.
Well,
and he had gills.
Even the studio made fun of it. When it was like a year after it was out, the Universal Studios, part of their tour, they would have a Waterworld exhibit where they just made fun of how bad the movie was.
I think they still do that.
Recognize that. Really?
They still have the Waterworld thing there, yeah.
Wow. But they just made fun of it as one of the worst movies ever made. I think they were acknowledging that at the time. So.
No.
Yeah, to hear somebody say, I really like that one.
I did like that.
That was the knock on it for a long time. Like, that was a horrible movie. It had its moments. It was definitely too long. The movie was too long.
It definitely goes way too long, and it has its moments that you're like, what the fuck is that? But like overall, I enjoyed it. I still enjoy it.
Right. What about The Postman? Did you enjoy The Postman? Is that a good movie or a bad movie?
I don't know that movie.
Kevin Costner came out right around the time the Waterworld did.
Oh yeah, I remember that movie.
He's
a
postman who is really not a postman. Who's a lone survivor of this like civil war or war for humanity and all that stuff. But it's along the lines of Waterworld, where it's like a flop with Kevin Costner right after his time when he was on top of the world, always nominated no matter what he did. Then he started doing these movies. That one got really panned. I really enjoyed that one, Postman. Look it up.
Well, hey, if you're ever feeling optimistic on a day and want to bring yourself down, just watch The Road, and that'll set you in a nice depressing mood.
The Road?
Yeah, based on the Cormac McCarthy novel. It is a very dark post-apocalyptic movie about a guy trying to get his son across this wasteland.
Yeah,
and it's a rough one. It is
kind of like along the same. I mean, not the same, but the same kind of idea for a setting as the Postman thing, post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, the Postman was weird because it was like post-apocalyptic, and he's like, I'm going to deliver mail because people want mail. Like, who the fuck is left?
Yeah.
Oh, finally, I got that extra hard drive I ordered. It does me so good now without any power.
And Matt opens the door and goes, "Hey, I finally got that SD card I've been waiting for."
I was thinking about that. I gotta start looking at that footage and see if I could do something with that footage. It's I've been really busy. This is my excuse for everything that I'm not doing right now. I've been really busy. Busy doing what? You know what I've been busy doing?
Drugs. I'm sorry, weed.
Watching videos of open brain surgery. Yeah, I've seen in person open heart surgery, and I remember the first time I saw open heart surgery, get to watch one. I started thinking about what balls it took for the first, we're going to cut somebody open and operate on their heart. The idea, because I don't know if you're aware of this, most open brain surgeries, people are awake for.
Yeah, they're awake for it. I used
The
to
balls
date a
it would
nurse.
take for a doctor to think, I want to try something. Let's cut off the top of this guy's skull, open it up his brain, make sure he stays awake. And so
Couldn't have been any crazier than the first person to try eggs or caviar. Like,
I used to date this nurse years ago, and I took her to meet my mom, and we were talking about nursey stuff because my mother used to work in emergency room, and I was talking about brain surgery and how most of the time the patient is awake, and they both started shooting me down, going like, "Are you crazy? No, this not." I said, "No, they're awake, and that's they'll poke, especially if they're trying to find like the cause of something, like poke and see what happens. Like, is this it? Ah! Okay, no, that's not it. Is it? Yeah, putting electrodes on there, because that's also how they map the brain.
Right.
They will put an electrode on the brain and see what you
well,
know.
Yeah,
they'll make you do like spelling bees and stuff to make sure.
I've seen one where a guy played a violin while his brain was having surgery. Like, yeah, he was straight up like, they were like, just keep playing. And they were like, and I guess they were doing it because the part of the brain they were working on, they wanted to make sure they didn't fuck up his ability to play.
Right.
So anytime they got near it, he was like start falling off, and they'd be like, "Oh, hold on, wrong spot."
Right.
Like,
But the
wild.
The thing that occurs to me is because I have been part of, and I've actually done the cutting in a couple of occasions with dead bodies that I have no problem cutting a heart out of and pulling it out of, or a brain and slicing the brain up like it's cold cuts, thin slice. But with somebody who's alive and you're risking their life, just thinking about the very first person, the first brain surgeon who said, I want to do this with the guy alive. The only way to do it is a guy awake. Let's make sure he's awake when he do this. What kind of sadist or just balls to say?
I bet
Da Vinci. I bet it was Da Vinci.
It started in the military. Somebody got their scalp blown off or something, and they realized the person was still like alive, and they're like, "Whoa, wait a minute! Look at this! His head just flips up and down, and the guy is still talking." It's like, "What? What hole? What hole? What are you talking? What hole?"
So you're saying it was a matter of why the hell not? He's already got his head open. We might.
I think it started off by accident. They were like, "Whoa, look at that!"
If you think about it, they've been humans have been performing like operations on the skull for thousands of years. So I would imagine at some point some doctor was just like, "We've got to get in there." Like, I mean, it was probably just a matter of emergency. Like they just had to.
And that's how they do some Parkinson's surgeries. You have to be awake for it,
right?
So they can play with your brain, essentially.
Yeah,
and that's how they eat monkeys in some countries. They take the skull off, and then the brain is right there.
But the gamble, the fact that somebody's life is in your hands changes the perspective. Because again, I have done this plenty of times on dead bodies in pathology and autopsies, where it doesn't matter. I mean, there's no risk involved. I've done basically the same.
I've heard, Matt. I've heard 3 stories about the time that you fucked up an autopsy so bad that you brought them back to life. Okay, I've heard 3 cases. I've heard about 3 separate incidents where you brought the person back to life when you fucked up the autopsy so bad. So stop it.
I have been part of a autopsy where the corpse started farting uncontrollably.
I feel like Matt has a nipple light shade in his house somewhere. I don't know why. I just feel like he saw like a really nice set of nipples on somebody. And he was like, "I'm taking these home," and just sliced them off and put them on a lampshade somewhere. I don't know why I feel like that, but
he takes the nipple off the corpse and puts it in the basket.
It's right off camera, probably. It's probably right there to his right next to the white weed.
He takes the nipple off the corpse and puts it in the basket. Or she gets the hose again.
Wait, Steven, are you seeing some white weed here? Because I would really, if there was some white weed, I would literally.
No, but that's just in the general area where you normally keep it to your. Actually, it'd be to your left. Right?
Now, Steven, I'm curious. Your first wife was white. Your first wife was white?
Yeah.
So your oldest daughter's white?
Correct.
Do you have contempt for her like you do other white women, or just white women that you could date?
Well,
you actually think about it? The answer is no.
It's not no, because the problem is that she lives with her mom full time, and her mom has slowly turned her into herself. So there's times when it gets pretty contentious, but overall, no.
But she's still your daughter. Okay, you can't like.
Yeah, and she's still a stuck-up white girl sometimes. Okay, so yeah, it's unavoidable.
I'm just trying to figure out how we were going from
autopsies, and then people send your hate mail to Stephen Ortiz, the sitcom.
Actually, hold on. You can direct your. I have a Mind Dog email they can send it to.
I'm talking about letters, and I'm talking about letters and letter bombs. I was going to put your address in the comments.
Steven at minddogtv.com. I forgot what the hell I was going to say. This is terrible. This is a terrible thing.
Something about your nipple light shades?
Yeah. Doesn't matter. We should just end this fucking thing. Tomorrow, Bear Love will be here, and some guy. Bear Love and Anada.
And Matt's gonna bring his foreskin loafers.
Friday night, my gig. Now, the weirdest thing, because it was a Valentine's dinner, right? And the place was pretty packed, but it was packed with people older than me, so old that they made me feel young. You make me feel so young. They were old. But I asked the room now, so there's 100, 125 people there. And I asked, and they're all old, all white hair couples. I asked how many people are married. None. It's a date night for octogenarians. Is that
gross?
80-year-old.
Imagine all the gross old people sex that happened that night because of you.
That's just
how much action Matt turned down. You know, Matt was like, "I'm sorry, I can't. I want to."
You're telling me none of you geezers are married? This is my mouth is like.
I bet most of them their spouses died, and now they're just fucking everything.
Widowers.
I would say that's probably a good guess.
They're probably just out fucking everything till they're dead now.
Yeah, they all met at like widowers recovery groups or something, like, you know, bereavement recovery or something. But
bereavement bangers.
What?
Bereavement bangers.
Dude, oh my god, that could be the title of the porn video. Bereavement Bangers, Volume 1, Retirement Home.
Yeah. It just, you know, I expected somebody to
Sponsored
say,
by Crisco.
We've been married for 30 years. We've been married for 50 years. Nothing. They were all you were all here on date night.
It's like, we've been fucking for 2 weeks.
I hope nobody's driving.
Because his Viagra.
You're all too old to drive. I'm too old to drive.
I've had to use 4 bottles of KY jelly because he just won't pull out, and it just dries up. So it's all the time. Scented KY.
Yeah, it's just so dry. It's very arid. All right.
Arid. Strong enough for a man, but made for a woman.
Yeah, that's actually, I meant like arid. Yeah. I don't
Just
know.
imagine all those rooms that smell like Depends and sex. Ugh.
Yeah, what do I have to do today? What do you guys have to do today? You got anything you got to do today? It's a holiday.
I got tons of shit. I got a lot of stuff.
I gotta pick up the groceries. I'm gonna get a haircut, and then I have an open mic tonight.
I'm hoping to go see the new Captain America for my birthday, and that's about it.
I was going to see the new Captain America for your birthday.
Happy birthday. I think you guys ought to sing happy birthday to Steven. I'll just sit here.
No, I sent him a birthday wish. I sent him a birthday wish, and he goes, "It's not today, you asshole."
Right.
I was like,
Kids
oh,
look like
retards.
I said, oh, okay. All right, no sweat. No sweat.
You look like retards.
He called me a dumb cunt because I got his birthday wrong. I was like,
called his mother a dumb whore.
So we're doing the show tonight, yes? Is Stephen Beyond Classified with Stephen Ortiz?
yeah, but he's doing it from the theater.
Yeah. I have a bunch of like articles and videos to talk about and try to at least fill 30 minutes.
30 minutes. All right. Do I need the videos to? You need me to put them on there because you're too lame, right?
Actually, I was gonna try to get on. I was gonna get on about an hour early and try it out and see how my computer handles it.
Load them
and
up. Load up. Rawhide.
See if I can just like share the screen and I have all of them in my Facebook Messenger. So.
All right.
Yeah, I had to cancel my gig in Williamsport on Saturday because of weather.
Whether or not you felt like doing it?
Yep. So now I'm going to do that March 29th.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, okay.
We do have more freezing rain coming, so I am hoping to not lose power today. That'll be nice.
All right. What if you lose power? Then I have to do the show without you, and I don't know what to say. I just say UFO, 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 UFO.
No. I will. At worst case scenario, I don't have enough phone signal here. If I don't have Wi-Fi, but I will figure it out. I doubt it'll have because it's supposed to have. We're supposed to have the freezing rain in the early afternoon. So.
All right. I should just quit. Okay. I should just quit while I'm ahead, right? We should just quit. Hold up everything. Just go. Live in the desert somewhere, right? That's what I should do.
Well, you could tell people don't forget to turn on your nipple light shades.
We'll leave the light on for you.
Welcome to Minucci's.
You know, I used to love that commercial. What was the guy? Wayne? No.
Mm-mm.
Wayne Burdett?
We'll
no,
leave the light on.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think it was Wayne.
Kim Burdett. No?
Motel 8, right?
Yeah.
Motel 8.
Yeah.
It was it Wayne or Dwayne something? Dwayne
the Rock Johnson.
Wayne Burdett. I'm Tom Bodett. I'm Tom Bodett.
Tom Bodett. That's it.
Yeah. And we'll leave the light on for you.
I like omelets better than sex.
I'm gonna go have an omelet right now. All right. I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow then, Stephen, or I'll see you tonight. You know what? It's too bad you don't have friends like GD or Ron who would call in and test your phone lines for you tonight or try to talk to you.
Well, I think
I don't have a problem doing that. I just need to know that I'm doing it.
You would make his birthday special. You would light up his life.
Yeah, I'm feeling old today. I'm 34.
Eat my 34. Fuck you.
Happy birthday again.
Christ, did a cow shit in here?
Is there a cocksucker here? What?
Whoa. I don't get that.
Look like retards.
You look like retards.
That's pretty good. Pretty damn good. All right, I'm going to push the button and get on. I'm going to go make an omelet. You know why?
Don't forget to turn on your radio.
Finish inside me. Finish inside me.
The truth is, I'm right about all of it, and you know it.
Finish inside me. That's what I call schlong division.
I hate them Nazis.
me, listen to me, listen to me now. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to me now.